Take the world. Take the world.
People shall be willing in the day of thy power, in the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning, thou hast the dew of thy youth. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks.
Take the world. Take the world.
But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 9 and verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. I want to give all honor, glory, and infinite praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Kadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect scattered abroad, pushing his truth and sincerity. Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Kadash, Barakathum. To the hopeful elect out there laboring, keeping the commandments to the best of their ability, giving diligence, make their calling and election show, and of course keeping faith in Yahweh Yahweh Shai in these last days. This is Brother Pashai, Bon Yasha'Allah, and I'm bringing a quick lesson today through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Shai on how the Lord will give his men extraordinary powers to far exceed Esau's technology, man. You see? Because back during the time of King David, you know what I'm saying, back during the time of Samson, you see what I'm saying, the mighty men of old, right? Our enemies, they didn't have guns. They didn't have, tanks. They didn't have drones. They didn't have flash grenades and stunt grenades. They didn't have, AK-47s. They didn't have nukes. They didn't have bombs. You see? They didn't have none of those things back then. They had, their bows, arrows, their shields, their swords, right? And the Most High raised up mighty men in that time to combat the power our enemy had at that time. Like when the Lord raised up Samson and gave him, he put the scriptures say, the Spirit of the Lord came mighty upon Samson, and he slew 1,000 Philistines with a jawbone of an ass. You see? So the Philistines back then, they didn't have guns, man. And if they did have guns, the Lord would have amped up Samson's power to match that, man. You see, so the power of the Lord will give his men, the Bayaf Dawadah, the tabernacle of David, the 144,000, his mighty men, it's gonna be extraordinary powers, man. And it's going to far exceed Esau's technology. See, the Heavenly Father allowed Esau to come up with all this different technology. You see what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, the Lord, that's just so he can showcase his power, man. You know, the Lord gonna showcase his power through his men. And his men gonna have extraordinary powers, man. You know, they're gonna fly. They're gonna run real fast. You know, no bullets will be able to penetrate them, man. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna be super strong. They're gonna shoot energy out of their hands, man. Fire. They have control of the elements. You see, they're gonna be able to, like you see in their video clips, man. You see what I'm saying? I got those video clips from the talented brother Manatazak Banyamya 144. That's his channel. I'm gonna put the links in the description box below. You see what I'm saying? He makes beautiful, uplifting, you know what I'm saying, inspirational videos, man, through the spirit. So I had to put that in the intro. You see, and you've seen that in Brightburn, all these different movies, man. You know, the Lord, he gonna give us that power, but on an all-time high, man. It's gonna be far greater than what you see in these movies, these cartoon shows. Far greater, man. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be, and it's gonna be a reality. Esau about to get smacked in the face with reality, man. See, this is the power that the Lord bless and bestow upon his men that truly have faith. They truly fear him, you know, have faith and that knowledge, wisdom, understanding of the Most High Yahweh's omnipotency, man. He's the ultimate supreme power, right? So it's nothing impossible, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. That's why I started off with Amos 9 and 11. I'm gonna read it again because I'm gonna get the accounts of the Bayaf Dawadah back then, right? Let's read this. Amos 9 and 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. Now let's go to the days of old right fast, man. We're gonna get what I want, 2 Samuel. No, 2 Samuel chapter 23, and we start at verse 8. These be the names of the mighty men whom David had. The Tachmonite that sat in the seat. And Salakia if I mispronounce these names, right? So it says, these be the names of the mighty men whom David had. The Tachmonite that sat in the seat, chief among the captains. The same was Adonai, the Eznite. He lifted up his spear against 800 whom he slew at one time. You see? So Adonai, the Eznite, he lifted up his spear against 800 whom he slew at one time, man. You see? And these men are back on this earth today. Those are the men on the front lines doing this work, man. You see? And after him was Eleazar, the son of Dodo, the Ahohite, one of the 3 mighty men which David, with David when he, let me read it from the top. And after him was Eleazar, the son of Dodo, the Ahohite, one of the 3 mighty men with David when they defied the Philistines that were gathered together to battle, and the men of Israel were gone away. He arose and smote Philistines until his hand was weary, and his hand clave unto the sword. And Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, wrought a great victory that day, and the people returned after him only to spoil. And after him was Shammah, the son of Agi, the Herorite, and the Philistines were gathered together into a troop, where was a piece of ground full of lentils, and the people fled from the Philistines. But he stood in the midst of the ground and defended it, and slew the Philistines. And the Lord wrought a great victory. And the Lord gonna wrought a great victory in this day and age, man. You see, it's gonna manifest, man. You know, this power that the Lord gave the men back then was to, to combat, the power that our enemies had back then. You see, but nowadays our enemy Esau, his technology, man, he got some shit, man. They're gonna have super soldiers. They got all types of stuff, man. But the Lord gonna bless his men with that power. You right? Which start with our fear in the Lord, and that trickles down to our faith and the wisdom, understanding that the Most High could destroy all of this, man. The Lord could destroy anything Esau got, man. The Lord can make it where our bodies are impenetrable, man. Esau shoots a gun, point blank range at our forehead, and it bounces off like a fucking volleyball, man. You know? So that's the power that the Lord can bless and bestow upon his men. So that's why I'm reading the tabernacle of David in the days of old, because in this day and age, I'm gonna get some scriptures and how the Lord can make us, undefeatable, man. And we're gonna glorify Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Esau cannot defeat us, man. We're gonna get a great victory over this beast, man. Over this serpent, over this dragon, over all these heathens, man. Even 2/3 of our people, man. Our brother had a dream with a whole bunch of wicked ass jakes were trying to chase him down, and he literally shot laser beams out of his eyes. He did the Dragon Ball Z scream. You know what I'm saying? And if you watch cartoons, you see how they do that scream, and it's like they boost up their power. He slew all these 2/3 wicked ass niggas, man. So that's gonna happen in this day and age, right? Let's read on down though, right? verse 13. This is 2 Samuel 23 and 13. And 3 of the 30 chief went down and came to David in the harvest time unto the cave of Adullam, right? And the troop of the Philistines pitched in the valley of Rephaim. It's like a Rephaim, right? And David was then in a hold, and the garrison of the Philistines was in Bethlehem. It's like it was then in Bethlehem, right? And David longed and said, "Oh, that one would give me drink of the water of the well of Bethlehem, which is by the gate." And the 3 mighty men break through the host of the Philistines and drew water out of the well of Bethlehem that was by the gate, and took it and brought it to David. Nevertheless, he would not drink thereof. He poured it out unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And he said, "Be it far from me, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, that I should do this. Is not this blood? It's like, if not this, the blood of the men that went in jeopardy of their lives, therefore he would not drink it. These things did these 3 mighty men. And Abishai, the brother of Joab, the son of Zeruiah, it's like Zeruiah, right? I believe I should pronounce it. Oh, Zeruiah, Salakia, was chief among 3, and he lifted up his spear against 300 and slew them. So listen, let's read that again. And Abishai, the brother of Joab, the son of Zeruiah, right? Zeruiah was chief among 3, and he lifted up his spear against 300 and slew them, and had the name among 3. So Abishai was a mighty man. He slew 300, man. You see? Was he not most honorable of 3? Therefore he was their captain, howbeit he attained not unto the first 3. And like I started off in verse 8, right? These be the names of the mighty men whom David had, man. And you best believe, like I just read Amos 9:11, the Lord is raising up the tabernacle of David again. And the power he'll give the tabernacle of David in this day and age, man, listen, it's gonna be out of this world. Literally, man. Extraordinary powers. It's gonna seem surreal. It's gonna seem like, what? Like, this is impossible. How can they do this, man? And Esau, you got it coming, man. You don't fuck with the wrong ones. You see, verse 20. And Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, the son of the valiant man of Kabizel, right? Kabizel, whom he had done many acts. He slew 2 lion-like men of Moab, Chinese, right? They gonna get it too, you proud ass Moabites, man. You know, y'all gonna get it too. He went down also. Y'all think I know Kung Fu and all this shit. You know, y'all got that from Jake, man. You see? And we're gonna put your ass to death. He went down also and slew a lion in the midst of a pit in time of snow. And he slew an Egyptian, a goodly man, Salakia. And the Egyptian had a spear in his hand, but he went down to him with a staff and plucked the spear out of the Egyptian's hand and slew him with his own spear. These things did Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, and had the name among 3 mighty men. He was more honorable than the 30, but he attained not to the first 3. And David set him over his guard. You see, these are all the mighty men of David, man. Let's read on down. You got Azael, the brother of Joab, one of the 30. Elhanan, the son of Dodo of Bethlehem. Shemai, the Herodite. Elikah, the Herodite. Helez, it's like Helez, the Pautite. Ara, the son of Ikesh, the Tekokite, right? Abiezer, the Enothite. Mabuna, it's like a Mabana, it's like Mibanai, right? It's like I'm having trouble pronouncing these names, right? Mibunai, the Hushathite. Zalman, the Aohite. Mahara, it's like a Maharai, the Nephtophatite, right? Halab, the son of Benaiah, and Nephthalite, Slakia. Ataya, the son of Rabbi, out of Gibeah, the children of Benjamin, right? Benaiah, the Perothonite. Hediah, of the brooks of Gaash. Abai Alban, the Arbathite, right? Asmaveth, the Bar Humite. Eli Abba, the Shah Abanite, right? The sons of Jashin, Jonathan, Shemai, the Herorite, and Ahiam, the son of Shara, the Hararite, right? Elet, the son of Ahasbiah, the son of Maathite, Elam, the son Eliam, the son of Ahithophel, the Gileonite, Salakia, Hezriah, the Carmelite, Paariah, the Arbite, Igal, the son of Nathan, Nathan of Zobah, Benai, the Gadite, Zelek, the Aaronite, Naharai, the Be Rothite, Armabera, the Joab, the son of Zariah, Ira, the Ithite, Gareb, and this are all the names of the mighty men of David. Slack if I'm pronouncing them wrong, right? But these are the names of the mighty men of David, man, and they're back on this earth today. You best believe it. You see? This is Ira, the Ithite, Gareb, the Ithite, Uriah, the Hittite, 37 in all. So those are mighty men of David, and they're back on this earth today. And I read that precept because let's read Amos 9:11 again, right? Amos 9:11, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen. So the Lord is raising them back up, man. And they was slew 300 in one time, 800 in one time. Samson threw 1,000 Philistines in the book of Judges 15th chapter. I may read that as well, right? In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen and close up the breaches thereof, and will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old, right? That they may possess the remnant of Edom and all the heathen, which are called by my name, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, do with this, man. You know, and when King David was on the scene, man, he putting all these nations in check, man. You know, he was suing all these Moabites, and next thing you know, they his servants, same with the Edomites, all these nations, man. You see, that's why the Christian church, they don't talk about the tabernacle of David, man, because these were mighty men, right? Let's get Judges right fast. All right, let's get Judges, the 15th chapter. We're gonna read a quick account with Samson, right? Judges 15. I want to get straight to the point. All right, let's see where I want to start. Yep. So let's start verse 1. I'm going to jump down. Judges 15:1. But it came to pass within a while after, in the time of wheat harvest, that Samson visited his wife with a kid. And he said, I will go into my wife into the chamber, but her father would not suffer him to go in. And her father said, I verily thought that thou hadst utterly hated her. Therefore I gave her to thy companion. Is not her younger sister fairer than she? Take her, I pray thee, instead of her. And Samson said concerning them, now I shall be more blameless than the Philistines, though I do them a displeasure. And Samson went and caught 300 foxes, and took firebrands, and turned tail to tail, and put a firebrand in the midst between two tails. And when he had set the brands on fire, he let them go into the standing corn of the Philistines, and burnt up both the shocks and also the standing corn with the vineyards and olives. Then the Philistines said, who have done this? And they answered, Samson, the son-in-law of Timnite, because he had taken his wife and given her to his companion. And the Philistines came up and burnt her and her father with fire, because, you know, they basically did Samson dirty. You know what I'm saying? Timnite, right? So the Philistines, you know, thinking that this would please Samson, they grabbed him up and his daughter, you know, the daughter that, you know, that was Samson's wife that he gave to another man. You know, they grabbed both of them up, the Philistines, and burned them up, you know, thinking it would please Samson. And Samson said unto them, though ye have done this, yet will I be avenged of you, and after that I will cease. And he smote them hip and thigh with a great slaughter. And he went down and dwelt in the top of the rock of Etam. Then the Philistines went up and pitched in Judah and spread themselves in Lehi, because this during the time the Philistines were persecuting the Israelites, but the Heavenly Father raised up Samson to deliver us during that time, you know. So the Philistines went up and pitched in Judah and spread themselves in Lehi. And the men of Judah said, why are you come up against us? And they answered, to bind Samson are we come up, to do to him as he hath done to us. Then 3,000 men of Judah went to the top of the rock Etam, and said to Samson, knowest thou not that the Philistines are rulers over us? What is this that thou hast done to us? And he said unto them, as they did it to me, so I've done it to them. In this day and age, man, you're going to have wicked ass niggas that's going to be doing the same shit, delivering us up, grabbing us up, and handing us to the enemy, man. But let's see what's going to happen let's see what the Lord going to do for us when that happens, right? Verse 12, and they said unto him, we are come down to bind thee. So 3,000 men of Judah, from the tribe of Judah, so-called Negroes, right? And they said unto him, we are come down to bind thee, that we may deliver thee into the hand of Philistines, into the hand of the Philistines. And Samson said unto them, swear unto me that you will not fall. Swear unto me that you will not fall upon me yourselves. So he basically told him, like, listen, like, swear unto me you're not gonna kill me yourselves, man. And they spake unto him, saying, no, but we will bind thee fast and deliver thee up, and deliver thee into their hand. But surely we will not kill thee. And they bound him with 2 new cords and brought him forth and brought him up from the rock. And when he came unto Lehi, the Philistines shouted against him, and the Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him. Now watch this. And when he came into Lehi, the Philistines shouted against him, and the Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him, and the cords that were upon his arms became as flax that was burnt with fire, and his bands loosed from off his hands. And he found a new jawbone of an ass, and put forth his hand, and took it, and slew 1,000 men therewith. And Samson said, with the jawbone of an ass, heap upon heaps, with the jaw of an ass have I slain 1,000 men. You see? And it came to pass when he made an end of the speaking, that he cast away the jawbone out of his hand, and he called that place Ramath Lehi. And he was sore athirst, and called on Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, and said, thou hast given this great deliverance into the hand of thy servant, and now shall I die for thirst and fall into the hand of the uncircumcised. But Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua cleave in holy place that was in the jaw, and there came water thereout. So the Lord knew he was thirsty after, gave him something to drink. You see? And when he had drunk, his spirit came again, and he revived. Wherefore he called the name thereof in Hak Gori, which is in Lehi unto this day. And he judged Israel in the days of the Philistines 20 years, man. You see? Right? And that was back then, man. So imagine in this day and age, man. Samson slew 1,000 Philistines with the jawbone of an ass, man. So imagine in this day and age, man, with the mighty men, the Bayath Dawadah, the 144,000 mighty men, you know, that the Lord is raising up in these last days. Imagine what they're going to do against Esau's guns, his military, you see, his drones, his grenades, you know, his nukes, you see, right? Let's read this, Zechariah 12:8. In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as God, as the angel of the Lord before them. We're going to be many most highs, man. The Lord going to bless, bestow upon us power, man. Yashar Allah, he prince of power, man. He prince power. That's literally what Yashar Allah means. He prince power. So imagine the power the Lord going to bless, bestow upon his men in these last days, man. It starts with our faith, man. It starts with our fear, ultimately. You know, us fearing Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. You know, then that increase our faith in him. You see, it's going to increase our wisdom, our knowledge, and our understanding. We're going to have control over the elements, man. Esau not going to be able to fuck with us, man. We're going to be like Vegeta, like Goku, like Broly. We're going to be like all these, you know, different cartoon characters, man, like Magneto, you know, and Professor X, Wolverine. We're going to have all these type of powers, man. Hulk, you know, that's where they got Hulk from Samson. You see what I'm saying? They got Wolverine from an Israelite from, I believe, the tribe Naphtali. You know, if I'm not mistaken, he from Argentina to Chile. You know, his name was Galvarino. That's where they got Wolverine from, man. You see? But let's read this one last time. Zechariah 12:8. In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David. Right? And the house of David, the Bayath Dawadah, tabernacle of David, shall be as God. You know, Allahayim, powers, many most highs. As the angel of the Lord before them. And you read the accounts of the powers that the angels had. They ran to and fro like the flash of lightning, man. Super speed. They was hovering like a fly, all types of stuff. You see? And it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem, man. So the Lord is raising a mighty man in these last days. So when you come down with that wrath, you know, be my guest, man. Come down with that wrath, man. And just see when the Lord put that spirit upon us, man, what we going to do, you know? Let's read this, Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him, man. Spiritual powers. We're going to the word standard. It literally goes to put to flight. You know, we're going to put 10,000 of you military troops to flight, man. 10,000 of you heathen nations to flight. You see? It says to fly as well, to vanish, disappear. Brothers are going to have all type of powers, man. You see? Let's read this. Let's get Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 28. Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary. There is no searching of his understanding. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles fly. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint, man. You know, we're going to run and not get tired, man. You see? So the power of the Lord about to bless and bestow upon his elect, the 144,000, the tabernacle of David, the Bayaf Dawadah, is going to be extraordinary, man. It's going to be extraordinary. You see what I'm saying? So, but we in some amazing, beautiful times, brothers. You see? Don't be afraid of Esau's guns, his technology, his grenades, his stunt grenades, his AK-47s, his drones, his tanks, his military. Because the Lord allowed Esau to get all of that, you know what I'm saying? He allowed Esau to create all these different, things like that, just so he could bless us with that power to combat that. And it's going to far exceed Esau's technology, man. Far exceed it. Let's read this. Let's get Micah chapter 4 and verse 13. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron. When you go into that word horn, it goes into what? Rays of light, man. The Lord will give us power to shoot laser beams out of our eyes, man. You see? Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron, and I'll make thy hooves brass, and thou shalt beat in pieces many people. And I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth, man. So the power of the Lord gonna bless us with, man, is gonna be far out of this world, man. You see? Like when you go to the word horn, it literally says rays of light, man. The Lord give us that power, man, to shoot laser beams out our eyes, out our hands. Like we see in different cartoon shows, Dragon Ball Z, the Naruto's, you know what I'm saying? The Marvel and DC comics. You see what I'm saying? So all of that, the scriptures talk about that too. The inspiration coming from the Almighty, man. So the inspiration that makes these filmmakers, these cartoon, people that create these different cartoons and manga and animes, the Lord put it on a spirit to make that, man. For us to see, and it resonates with our spirit, man. 'Cause that's the power of the Lord gonna bless and bestow upon us. You see, let's read Micah 5 and 7, right? And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as a dew from the Lord, as the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion, right? As a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion, man. A young lion, man. When a lion gets old, it's tired, it's not really in the mood to fight no more. It don't even care about being the king of the jungle. But a young lion, he's hungry, man. You see? As a young lion among the flocks of sheep. So imagine a young lion among a flock of sheep, man. That's how it's going to be with the 144,000 among these Gentiles, man, these other nations. They're going to be like nothing, man. It's going to be like Mike Tyson fighting a baby, man. You see? Who if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver. See, none can deliver. Thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off, man. We're going to put all of them to death. Let's end it off with this, man. Right, and Lord willing, he was edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah. Lord willing, this was a faith builder to the hopeful elect, man. Continue enduring, keeping faith, fasting, praying. You see what I'm saying? Making your body live a sacrifice for Yahweh Shah. Continue rehearsing the righteous acts, man. The Lord got us, man. Do not be afraid of what Esau got. Let's end it off with this. Isaiah 54 and verse 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise up against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord Yahweh Shah. So the Lord will give his elect men extraordinary powers, man, to far exceed Esau's technology. You know what I'm saying? So this is coming very soon in our lifetime, right? So Lord willing, he was edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. I want to give Kohalayim La, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Chakridash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Green Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect scattered abroad, pushing his truth and sincerity. With that, I'm going to say, Shalom.